If you've recently unlocked the new Iranian F-14, but have found yourself getting your shit kicked in every time you take it into battle, then you found the right video. Just a quick introduction in case you aren't up to speed. The Fakour-90 is an Iranian active radar homing missile found exclusively on the new Iranian F-14 from the Persian Tomcat event. Many people have overlooked this weapon due to the fact that, based on the stat card, it appears to just be a heavier, worse performing version of the AIM-54. However, this could not be further from the truth. The Fakour-90 is a modification of the Hawk surface-to-air missile, meaning it contains a booster powerful enough to accelerate a 1,200-pound stationary missile to supersonic speed in a matter of seconds. Here is a screenshot from Fakour-99 spreadsheet on War Thunder guided weaponry data, comparing the Fakour-90 to the AIM-54s and the AMRAAM. Shout out to this excellent resource by the way, I'll leave a link in the description. The Fakour's booster exerts a ridiculous 84,000 pounds of thrust for a full 5 seconds, followed by a 21-second sustainer, giving it incredible acceleration and speed in spite of its large size. When mounted on an aircraft already moving at supersonic speed, what you end up with is the longest range Fox 3 missile in War Thunder. Now, even if you were already aware of this missile's characteristics, what you may still not realize is just how capable this weapon really is. And that brings us to how you can use this missile's unique attributes to completely dominate aerialistic battles around this BR. Let's first discuss the primary mistake I see people making with this missile. Many people seem to assume that waiting for the enemy to get closer will give you a higher chance at landing a kill, when what you should be doing is firing at the absolute edge of the missile's range in order to blindside the poor bastards who don't yet realize they're even in danger. So, here's the game plan. First, a few settings you should make sure you have set up. You'll want to make sure you have target cyclic switching turned on and a keybind set up for select radar target to lock. This will let you rapidly cycle between targets and quickly determine which ones are most vulnerable. You'll also want to have a keybind set up for change radar scope scale, so you can see farther out on your radar scope. With that done, take off and fly straight towards the enemy until you're supersonic, then pitch up 20 degrees and climb. This way, you should be able to gain altitude while remaining supersonic. On a standard size map, you'll want to climb to about 4,000 or 5,000 meters before leveling out, but this can vary if the map is larger or smaller than average. The reason I suggest this is because the missile will loft itself to significantly higher altitude on its own. So while climbing to a higher altitude might give it a longer range in theory, I find it's more important to get your shot off first. Once you've leveled out, you'll want to begin selecting targets. The most vulnerable will be those trying to zoom climb to high altitude. It's important to try to fire off your missiles before they do, since for one, your missile's radar may accidentally lock onto the enemy missiles if the enemy begins launching, and also, you want to give your missiles as much time to close the distance before the enemy begins defensive maneuvers as possible. If you do this correctly, you should be able to easily score 2 to 4 kills right off the bat. Keep in mind though, don't bother wasting all your missiles if you don't have a sufficient number of viable targets. Save your remaining weaponry for supporting your team. What I like to do at this point is keep up my speed and altitude and use my remaining missiles to pick off targets of opportunity. Since even without the Fakours, this aircraft still has plenty of killing power left. Though the AIM-9Ps are pretty lackluster, I find both the Sejuls and R-27s to be quite effective, so play around with these and see what you prefer. You also have an excellent airframe for dogfighting. For those of you struggling with this aircraft, this strategy should hopefully give you a better chance of success. Feel free to let me know how it goes in the comments. That's all for this video. For more War Thunder tips, click the link on screen, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe for more, or leave feedback in the comments below. Thank you.